If you look at this article or this post that was made, how to find the time to write, you will observe that it has table of content. On this box, you have highlighted content from the article. And if you observe, if you go down to the article, you will see that these highlighted content are actually the subheadings. When and where are the edges of your day? I think that is number one, right? Just like that. So if you're writing your article, you need to place subheadings on each paragraph, or after about one or two paragraphs, just create a title, a subheading title. It introduces the reader to a new understanding of that title. It makes it easy for readers to group your writing into subheadings, and that will make it easy for someone to read. And if someone was reading your article and left it halfway, the person probably will be able to come back and say, okay, I stopped at this point, and take it up from there. It guides the reader. It also makes the site look exactly the way it has been designed to be. If you wrote an article and post it, and you don't have subheadings, this box here will be empty. Let's look at an article like that. Um, a lot of you write articles and they're just like that. You just pick your write up and just dish it like that. No, you need to format it properly. You need to format it properly. Look at this article, for instance. You see now the table of content box is empty. It doesn't have anything to capture. The table of content box is designed to capture your subheading, right? So ensure to use subheadings while you write. This article is fine. It's very okay. The person grouped it and used subheadings or laid it out in subheadings. But unfortunately, he only just highlighted the subheadings with bold, and that's not how it's supposed to do. Now let's go to the writing part now. Let's look at how we could do this. Okay. Now look at this is the title, which is normally generally H1, and here is your category, and then you need to choose from at least one category. Now, why is category? Let's talk about category a little before we complete what we're discussing. Sorry for the diversion. Now, category is very important. It helps to group the write-up. So if you're writing something that is not a book and then you click on book, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for your article. Let's say you wrote a poem and then you click on books. No, the articles that are on books are supposed to be a book. So if you are writing a book, for instance, and you have chosen to take chapter 1 of the book and post it, right? If you have chosen to take chapter 1 of your book and post it, you can choose books, because why will it be a book? Because tomorrow you probably post chapter 2, and then we can keep on reading your book. If you wrote something that has to do with business, just click on business. If your write-up has to do with a lot of areas, for instance, your write-up is talking about business, but it's also talking about computers and communication, then you can choose multiple categories. Now, let's look at what we're talking about, the format. Now, you see these things, these tools you have up here, media, paragraph, BI, all these tools are very useful. If you click on this, you can expand it and have more of the tools. Okay? Now, what we are talking about is how to have subheading. For instance, if I write heading here, if I write heading, and I want to turn this to it's subheading, because the main heading is the title. Now I want to turn this to subheading. Just highlight it and come here and click on paragraph, and then choose heading. The heading that you want to use for that particular write-up or that particular sentence that you want to turn to a subheading. I would suggest you use heading 3 after your first heading, except you have a major heading that you want to highlight, and then you have subheadings of that major heading. Then you can use heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading. You can have a lot. And then when you have this heading highlighted like this, you will see that this box on the article, when it shows up on that box, you will now see that the boss will bring it up as content. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, and it makes the article fine. So let's put in some effort to format our articles properly, especially with headings and subheadings. Thank you for your time. Another thing I want you to put in mind is that we're going to be rejecting articles that are not well formatted very soon because it doesn't make the site look good. So make sure your article is well formatted, your writing is well presented. Look at your spellings. You're a writer, and so you should be able to write something properly. So look at your spellings and present your work in a very fine manner so that we all can enjoy reading your information. Thank you.